all, I'm Apurva and welcome back to WeDesified. Today we came up with an interesting topic in the Study in the USA series. Previously on this series we talked until how to decide the right college and how to get your I-20. So in this video we are going to talk about an important next step, which is SEVIS. This is interesting because with SEVIS you are taking part in USA's fight against terrorism. Yes, you heard me right. Wondering how? Then you should definitely watch this video. But before that, if you find our content useful, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel to encourage us. We put a lot of effort into researching and organizing the content to make these videos, so your support really matters. So why wait? Subscribe and press the bell icon right now. Student and Exchange Visitor Program, which is commonly called as SEVP, is a program by the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement Department to keep a track of all foreign and exchange students in the US. SEVIS is the information system that keeps these records. So if you are a student, visitor or a dependent on the F, J or M visa types, you will be enrolled in the SEVIS and should pay the required SEVIS fees. This SEVIS record will be active and should be kept up to date as long as you are on the same visa. So this is an important topic for all the incoming students as well as the students who are currently in the US. We will talk about how to pay the SEVIS fees, how to transfer the SEVIS record and what to do if your SEVIS is terminated. So let's start. To understand why SEVIS was introduced, we need to go back to its origins. September 11, 2001 was one of the horrific days in American history that took more than 3,000 people's lives in the attacks on Twin Towers and Pentagon. After that haunting day, America redefined its strategies in the fight against terrorism, one of which is implementing SEVIS. In fact, SEVIS was designed and rolled out after the 1993 World Trade Center bombings but was stopped due to the severe opposition from the education sector. But they relaunched it again after the 9/11 attacks because one of the common things between both 1993 and 2001 attacks was that one of the terrorists entered US on a student visa. There are about 1 million of international students in the US studying every year, and it is very difficult to monitor them without a central tracking system. Hence, US introduced SEVIS as an information system or a central database system that will keep record of all the students and their dependents on the F, M and J visas and will make sure that every change in their journey is tracked. Students have to pay while enrolling into SEVIS, and so in a way we are still bleeding from the wounds of the 9/11 attacks. But the good part is that the money is being spent to avoid any other such incident, and that is how you will also be a part of USA's fight against terrorism. Since now we have understood the origins of SEVIS and its importance, let's see how do we pay the SEVIS fee. To pay SEVIS fee, you have to go to this website and click Pay I-901 fee. It needs your SEVIS ID, last name, given name and date of birth. Now where do we find this SEVIS ID? If you remember from our I-20 video, you can find your SEVIS ID on the first page left side top corner on your I-20 or right side top corner on your DS 2019 form. And it starts with N and can have up to 11 digits. If you haven't watched our video on I-20 yet, then watch it right after this video. If you have received more than one I-20 because you received multiple admits from multiple colleges, then each of your I-20s will have a unique and different SEVIS ID. So it is important to use the SEVIS ID from the same college I-20 that you are going to apply your visa for. So now you have the SEVIS ID, and the rest of these details should be entered exactly as mentioned on the I-20. So once you fill these details and submit, it will pull your record. You can fill these applicant information, address information and school information. You can follow your I-20 and passport to fill these details. The address should be your present address where you can receive any mails. It can be different from the one printed on your passport. You can find the school code on your I-20 here, and then it will show you the amount due. As of February 2022, the amount for F and M visa types is $350 and for J visa types it's $220. So if you're a dependent or adding a dependent, you don't have to pay any additional fees for the dependents. You can pay these fees with credit card, check, money order or Western Union, whatever is convenient to you. Once you make these payments, then you will get a confirmation page. Take a printout of that and take it to your visa interview. Once the payment is completed, you can check the status of your SEVIS or I-901 using the link here. Enter your information and you can check the status anytime, and you can even view and print that confirmation. Two important things to remember here. First, you should pay the SEVIS fee at least 3 days before your visa interview to be safe. And second, SEVIS fee is non-refundable. You can transfer it from one college to another, but you cannot get a full refund. So the first thing is to make sure it was not already paid. Most colleges don't pay SEVIS fee on your behalf, but some may. So the first thing is to check your I-901 status from here. If it is not paid, then proceed with the payment. If you have made any mistakes, you can reach out to your college DSO and they can edit it for you. If you make the payment more than once by mistake, then you can get a refund. There's a whole list of useful FAQs here, and you can check if you find yourself in a situation. Now let's talk about SEVIS transfers. Say you paid your SEVIS fee on one college, but then you want to change your college before you go to the visa interview, or you want to transfer after you get your visa or after coming to the US. In those cases, you have to transfer your SEVIS record. You can transfer your SEVIS fee from the same place where you check your I-901 fee status. You will see a transfer button there, and you will have to click it and provide the new school SEVIS ID and school information, and your SEVIS fees will be transferred to the new school. This is when you want to transfer it before your visa is approved. If you want to change your college after your visa is approved, then it is better to wait until you come to the US to avoid any unnecessary complications. Because sometimes it could complicate things at the immigration. So the safer option is transferring after you reach the US. To transfer to a new college, you need an admit letter from that college and an I-20. If you have them, then you can file a transfer out request at your current college and a transfer in request at the new college. Once they accept, your SEVIS record will be automatically transferred. The procedure is same even if you want to transfer after a semester or a year. So you don't have to pay the SEVIS fee again. All updates to the SEVIS record can be done by your respective DSOs. Let's talk about SEVIS termination. Like we already said, it is very important to have an active and up-to-date SEVIS record. But your SEVIS record can be terminated for a number of reasons. The good reasons like you completed your studies, or you got H-1B or green card approved and did a change of status. But there can be other reasons like you were not able to maintain your F1 or M1 status, or you failed the reporting requirements on OPT, or had an unauthorized employment, or you were out of the country for more than 5 months, etc. etc. You can see the full list of reasons here if you're interested. If your SEVIS is terminated for the wrong reasons, then it is very serious. You cannot continue your studies in that college anymore. Or if you are on OPT or STEM OPT, then you cannot work anymore and you have to go back to your home country, which could be a waste of money, time and everything. So it is very important to reinstate or reactivate your SEVIS as soon as possible. If you find yourself in that situation, then you should immediately reach out to your school DSO and evaluate your options. It depends on a case-by-case basis, but in many situations they can issue another I-20 and create a new SEVIS record, or they will ask you to re-enter the US on the new SEVIS. So it is very important to maintain a valid SEVIS record. And if you find yourself in an unfortunate situation, then you have to reach out to your university's International Affairs office as soon as possible. If you're interested to know more about SEVIS termination and your options if it ever happens, then let us know in the comment section. We will make a new video on that. So that's all we have for today. Hope you learned something new and realized how you are taking part in the USA's fight against terrorism. If you find this video useful, then please like and share it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Until then, keep learning. Bye-bye.